Hello there, my name is MrSmartDonkey. Welcome back to another episode of Cannon Fodder. Today, the Chaos Warhounds will be trying their luck at taking on the zombie horde. I don't think it's going to go too well. But someone suggested that I should do something with Warhounds. So I figured why not do the Chaos Warhounds, and the next time we'll try the Chaos Warhounds with Poison, which will probably do a little better, but I don't know. Still going to be rough, because these guys are going to die very, very quickly. I've put Prince Sigvald the Magnificent with them, because I haven't seen him yet, so I figured why not throw him in there. So let's jump into the battle. Alright, let us see what happens here. So here's Prince Sigvald. I haven't even seen him really yet. He looks pretty nifty. That's some lovely looking armor right there. And then our Chaos Warhounds, which they look pretty cool compared to the regular, what are they called? The Greenskins, no, the vampire count version. They look like lions, the vampire count version, because they got like manes. I guess these guys, no, these look more like actual hounds / wolves, I suppose. Anyway, looks like it might take a while before they actually arrive, because these guys are just going to sit here. So I will triple speed, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, here we go. The first charges are happening. I guess the Warhounds just aren't quite sure what to do, because oh yeah, they don't really get like a massive charge in either. They don't really go through the units. But I guess they just don't quite know what to do. That's why they're just sitting there for a while. Usually the cavalry actually goes on the offensive, despite being the defensive party. But the Warhounds aren't really, I don't know, they're a weak unit. They don't really, like, they don't last very long. They're going to die pretty rapidly, even against zombies, I reckon. And they just, you would never charge them in front. Like, sometimes cavalry you can charge in the front, but these Warhounds, you would never do that in like, if you were smart, essentially. That guy's already dead, yeah, that's what I mean. There's going to be a lot of dead wolves here, or, sorry, hounds at the end of this. Yeah, it's just that they just don't really know what to do, I guess, because they're not really meant for this type of battle, obviously. Sigvald's in there as well, though, so that's good. He doesn't seem to be really, oh, there you go. Shield smash, which seemed to hurt that guy as well, actually. Not sure if it actually did or not, but they are very fast, though. Like, when I play as the vampire accounts, which I haven't done a campaign on them yet, but I've been playing in co-op, which you will see soon, by the way. I actually really like these guys, because they're so fast. You can just run them around so fast, and they actually do a lot of damage from the back. Like, they're not weak units at all. They have been more often than not, they've been the highest killers on my team. And I'm guessing that's only, actually that's not these guys, of course, that's the vampire count version, but it's essentially the same unit. And that's like one of those Japanese dances where the units walk through each other, or men walk through each other. Yeah, they're really strong. I imagine in the late game they obviously wouldn't be as good anymore, because they'll come up against more armored opponents, and against armored opponents they aren't that amazing, but they'll gnaw their way through eventually if they don't get killed. That is the problem with them, though. With the vampire counts especially, they die very quickly, and I want to see, these guys aren't routing, are they? They are, actually. They're already broken. Yeah, they're not going to last very long. I was expecting that. I wasn't expecting them to be broken with these massive numbers still remaining. But yeah, that's the thing with them, especially when you're playing as the vampire counts. They are really weak. Like, I mean, as in, they'll die really quickly. And if they lose, like, not even that many men, they'll start crumbling. And when they start crumbling, unless they gain some morale back again somehow, they will just keep crumbling until they die. And obviously that's a very big downside, because they get to that point very quickly. So they'll start crumbling pretty early on in the match, and then just die over a very long period of time. Very slowly, but they'll die eventually, and then you just essentially lose the entire unit. But, these aren't the vampire ones, though. These are the Chaos ones. I've spoken more about the vampire count version than I have about the Chaos one so far. Is everything broken already? Is that it? No, there's still some units fighting here and there. Over here, they look like they're actually not doing too bad. I'm gonna say once again, I do like the look of them, but to be fair, like, these guys, I don't think they look like that amazing, but you can't really do much with them. Like, to me, all the armor looks so cool. Like, the armor, I don't know, I'm a big fan of good-looking armor. I love it. So, like, these guys, they look cool, but they don't look cool in that same kind of way, with massive, like, armor that's way too big for the character, etc. I'm gonna look for Sigvald real quick. He was around, wait, is that? No, that's a wolf. It's a wolf. I have no idea where he is. These units do seem to be coming back constantly, though. There's some magic going off here. I think that's just a buff from their general. Oh, they got one of them is behind the line. That would be good normally, except that there's not really a behind the line, since there's so many units they can just turn around. Don't know what the hell that was. Looks like a debuff or something. I have no idea where Sigvald is. I could actually find him pretty quickly by doing this. Half the fun is actually looking for the unit, though, isn't it? I guess it's him right here, yeah. Oh, he's actually the one with the buffs / debuffs on him, I'm not sure. We haven't really seen any buffs or debuffs on generals yet, I guess, so it's probably a buff that he has. Is he trying to leave? Is that it? I think everyone may have routed. Nope, that unit's still going. Yeah, he's the only... Oh no, there's one over there as well, which is almost dead. Yep, they've gone, and I'm losing ground. So this is the final unit. But we're not going to give up, not going to surrender until they actually full-on rout, retreat. I'm looking for a different word here. Not broken, but shattered. Until they're shattered. So holding on surprisingly long, actually, for like their entire army is gone. There you go. Are they broken? They're completely shattered. So it's just him remaining, and we don't count him as a part of this battle. So a decisive defeat. I never expected him to make it very far, but 1,870 kills though. That's surprisingly many. I gotta say, that's actually really impressive that they managed to kill that many in that short amount of time. It wasn't that short, I suppose, but still, that's not bad. So next time, it's definitely going to be worth noting how the poison variant does, I guess. But kill-wise, looks like fairly even number. So the highest is 203, the lowest is actually 81 on Sigvald. Letting the team down there, buddy. 95 on the actual units though, so about an average of 150 then, I suppose. Not bad. For like if they end up dying, then killing 1,870 is not bad at all. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Next time we will have the poison version of this unit. After that, I don't know. Let me know what you want to see, and maybe I'll do it. Until then, have a good day and goodbye.